Hello, Jerry Beal here, and this audio is just a briefest explanation of the mind mistake that we're making and the mind correction that is needed. And if you don't think it's important, there's nothing more important in anyone's life than this very thing right here, and hopefully you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about here initially, and then that will help you understand the rest of the website, because I make a lot of fantastic claims through facts and truth. You see, well, things have been done through interpretation, see, instead of fact and truth, and that's what you'll hear a little bit about here. Please know that I've been studying these issues very passionately for the last 25 years. You know, I'm not so hot. I'm not such a great person in this way or that way, but I damn well know what I'm talking about here. I damn well do. When you say, think, or believe, and I'm talking like that because I've had such a hard time to get traditional clinical psychology or legal people or my own Congress people to talk to me about this at all. All they do is ignore me when I try to get some kind of back and forth with them on this. So again, please know that I've been studying this for 25 passionate years. When you say, think, or believe that person, condition, or event makes me upset, such as Obama makes me upset, or what Obama did or said makes me upset, you're involved in the biggest, most far-reaching lie the world has ever known, and as a matter of fact, as I say, everything I'm talking about is a matter of fact, not a matter of interpretation. Thus, in order to be honest and responsible, you should have said, thought, and believed the problematic way I'm thinking about that person, that condition, or that event is what's really making me upset. And now you know it, don't you? Now you know it. You damn well know it. You should say the problematic way I'm thinking about that person is what's really making me upset. Or, I'm making me upset by choosing to use a problematic way of thinking about that person, condition, or event. Therefore, a false attachment to the material world is our one and only real problem we could ever have when the care and keeping of bodies is not the issue. In other words, you, along with nearly everyone else in the world, are blaming a material aspect, a person, the person, the condition, or the event, for what your own and chosen mental, problematic, defining mind context about it is causing your feelings and experiences. We're ignoring that level shift in perception at a horrible cost to humanity. We're ignoring that level shift in perception where we credit or blame the person, the condition, or the event for what our own mental, problematic or non-problematic way of thinking about it, about the person, the condition, or the event, is causing our feelings and experiences. How stupid can we be? A material aspect cannot cause a mental experience. But we say that. I mean, that makes me upset and this makes me happy. Isn't that the way we talk all the time? That mindset is totally false. And yet our world is built around it. Your world is built around it. All of your thinking processes come out from that. And that is so crowded with all the crap that you've accumulated in your mind that you hardly have any room for the truth. Even though again, a material aspect cannot cause a mental experience, even though nearly everyone in the world is ignoring that. Thus, wrong-minded thinking, as in incorrect-minded thinking, is that person, condition, or event is making me upset, and right-minded thinking is my own and chosen problematic way of thinking about that person, condition, or event is what's really making me upset. The next question then is the person, the condition, or the event in and of itself, meaning without your problematic judgments about it, without your problematic judgments about a problematic person or a problematic condition or a problematic event. In other words, is the event problematic, or is it the interpretation that makes the event seem problematic? And the factual and truthful answer to the question is only when the care and keeping of bodies is the issue are we even able to have problematic people, problematic conditions, and problematic events. And just think of a world that could be congruent with that. Just think of a social world that could be congruent, where only when the care and keeping of bodies is the issue do we need to even wonder about people's behavior or conditions or events. Only when the care and keeping of bodies. We can't run around and say this is wrong and that's right, is what I'm saying. Therefore, when the care and keeping of bodies is not the issue, immediately after that, there's no such thing as a problematic person, a problematic condition, or a problematic event. Now where's all of our punishments that we want to met out all the time because people behave this way or that way, or they fondle genitals in a different way than you do? Those who believe there are real problems beyond the care and keeping of bodies are coming to their conclusions strictly through interpretation, and certainly not with any fact or truth. Thus, except for some strictly raised Buddhists, a few serious students of A Course in Miracles, and a very few others, all the rest of you are unconsciously conspired in a passive and aggressive manipulating game of pretenses going on unnoticed and thus unaccounted for. I'll bet you don't know that you're pretending all your feelings and experiences. You don't know that, but if you wanted to watch a 1-year-old child, they're the ones that set the example for us. They don't do any pretenses, but that's too long to get into right now. I better not go into that. Just think about all the apparent problems in the world, and then realize, except for the care and keeping of bodies, all the rest of those apparent problems only seem to be problems because we've been ever so heavily programmed to reverse cause and effect to gain and maintain our feelings and experiences of life. Social Evolution Institution is an organization I'm forming where an ever-growing group of people will be extending right-minded thinking as in correct-minded thinking, while trying to get rid of all the tonnage of wrong-minded thinking that is so horribly impacted in the adult mind of humanity now, and that we've been so burdened with for so much and for so long. We humans have had to endure at least 3,000 wars in our known 5,000-year history, and certainly with no end in sight, with the last century being the bloodiest of all centuries, where not one single year went by when we weren't fighting some damnable war. And then we have war at so many other levels of our lives together, including our own sacred homes and families, where we want so much to get along, but we aren't understanding the cause and effects of human feelings and human experiences, and so we keep involving ourselves in this thought reversal problem and just making a mess of our lives. And if you don't, maybe you think your life isn't a mess, but do you think your life could have been better, could have been more peaceful, if we would only tell the truth? But people don't know the truth. See, that's the point. All of that horrible mess can easily be gone if we would only stop lying and start telling the truth. Just stop lying, that's all. The world is affecting me. The hell it is. You're affecting you. The world is only the subject or the symbol, and then your interpretations through your belief systems are what causes your feelings and experiences, and so we're experiencing our beliefs when we think we're experiencing the world. And our so-called problems will vanish into the illusions that they really are. Thanks for listening to this audio.